What is your name and where are you from?
Yeah, my name's Ernesto. I was born in Peru.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm like 22 years old.
Okay, cool.
23 soon, yeah.
Peruvian food is very popular now.
Oh yeah, it's getting there. No, I love
Yeah.
it. Like all this dish I grew up with, like
Yeah.
they're not like, coming to the US, like
Really?
and like there's a lot of like TV specials about like Peruvian food, so
Yeah.
like the ball's getting rolling, like so
Yeah.
they're really popular. I'm really excited.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, I'm Sara. I'm 21 and I'm Korean. I was born in Korea.
Born in Korea?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I've lived in New York so far.
All right. Now, what can you tell me about Peru?
Oh, Peru's it's beautiful. So I grew up there. I came here when I got to fourth grade. It's just a very like urban city. There's like one huge city like Lima, and that's kind of like
Yeah.
the capital of everything. There's like other cities like everywhere else too, but they're like smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, the big thing is like Peru right now. I mean Lima.
Uh-huh.
There's just it's a lot of nightlife, a lot of like young. It's a very like old country too.
Uh-huh.
Like when the Spanish came over, they put a lot of colonial architecture up. So it feels like a very traditional kind of place.
What's the Native American tribe over there? Is it the Mayans?
No, the Incas.
The Incas?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's very historic as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, a lot of-
Do you
yeah.
do pyramids or no?
No, in the pyramids, no. But they're like stone cities and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of those ruins like people visit for fun.
Okay.
And a lot of the culture comes down to us. Some of their
Uh-huh.
language too, like without into our Spanish, like we got
Yeah.
Spain, like obviously the language there is Spanish, but like a lot of like Incan words
Really?
like come down and like people say those,
That's cool. What
There's
about,
like my great grandma like only speaks that language. She doesn't speak Spanish.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe you could teach your grandchildren as well someday.
Yeah, I teach them a couple words. I obviously
Yeah.
don't carry the language. Like I only know
Uh-huh.
like the bare necessities.
Yeah. Now what can you tell me about South Korea?
Yeah, so I came here when I was like 6, so
Uh-huh.
I only like really lived there 5 years, but
You don't go back often? Or?
I go like every like 6 years.
Oh, yeah?
Because of COVID, I can't
Yeah.
go this year.
Okay.
But basically, like every time I go, there's always something new because like
Uh-huh.
Korean people are really into innovating things nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, but there's still like a lot of culture that people are trying to save, even though things are
Uh-huh.
changing really quick.
Yeah.
Lots of good food and like lots of Korean influence coming into America now. So
Yeah. The
that's
pop, the
pretty
K-pop
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah, like K-pop,
Yeah.
like even Korean foods,
Right.
like Korean barbecue. So
Is Korean food mostly spicy?
no, I think like half of it.
is.
I think half of it is spicy.
Uh-huh.
There's like a little bit of spice in everything.
Yeah. Do you eat
Korean.
spicy food?
Yeah, I love spicy food.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, now, next question. Well, first of all, skip any questions you want to skip. If you could redo any part of your life, what would it be?
I'm really young. I'm only 23, so I don't really make like
You haven't made any
huge
mistakes yet?
Any huge mistakes? No, I made like a lot of little mistakes.
Uh-huh.
Like, would I redo anything? Like, no, I don't do anything that bad yet,
Not yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in another
Well,
5
we'll see.
years.
Yeah, 5 years, like, ask
Yeah.
me again,
Okay. What about you? Any mistakes yet?
No, I don't really.
Anything you want to redo?
I do want to redo like my college experience a
Your
little
college?
bit.
What
I
would
don't
you do?
think-
What would you do differently?
Like maybe like join more clubs, try out more things, or like
Be
kind
more
of
engaged?
not. I don't really care about that, but like
No?
like not in classes, but
Yeah.
yeah, maybe like more with school.
Activities and stuff?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Talk to more people?
Yeah, maybe figure out like my career a bit more earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right. Prepare for your career.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What kind of advice do you have for people preparing for a career? What would you give yourself? What advice would you give yourself?
I think all things work out in the end, and especially in this day and age, we worry for no reason sometimes. So don't let it get to you, even though it gets to me still.
So you were still able to keep yourself on track.
Yeah, but like, no matter how on track you are, sometimes you just tend to freak out.
Yeah.
Like,
So
there's,
don't
like, no
worry
need
too
to
much.
do that. Yeah.
Okay, now if you could time travel to any part of history, or not history, but in the future too, where would you travel to?
Oh, in the future. No, see, I'm kind of like afraid of the future because like I don't know what's going on.
You're
like,
afraid of it?
Like 100 years later, it could be a war or something. So like I think the past is like a bit safer. I do like where we're at now. Like I do like like a lot of medicine. Like we get a lot of care and stuff like that. Like your basic like quality of life is pretty high. I mean, I do think sometimes like technology does some pretty bad things. So maybe we'll go back maybe 30, 40 years ago.
You want to go back 30, 40 years ago? So
Yeah.
that would be 1970s, 1980s?
Yeah. I mean, obviously I would rather stay here, but if I had to pick any other period, I would go there.
No, I mean just to visit. You can come back. Yeah.
Oh,
you
just to
can still come
visit.
back.
Yeah. Oh, if you're just to visit, then I'd peep like maybe like even 1700s, 1800s.
1700, 1800? Like when
Yeah.
the Spanish first got to Peru? Oh, no,
Uh,
no, they got there earlier.
They got there earlier.
So
No,
that was like colonial, beginning of the colonial time.
no. I would go to Europe and then like try to feel like what's going on over there because that was like a big era for them.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff was happening during that time, a lot of discovery. So that'd be really cool to be a part of that.
Like Spain?
Yeah, Spain.
You want to
would be
see the
great.
beginning of the Spanish Empire?
Yeah, or like even like Italy too would be cool.
Yeah.
Check out France.
Uh-huh. What about you?
If I could go back in time, I feel like the 90s were a pretty good time. And I feel like even like a lot of clothes nowadays are just going back to like a lot of like different aesthetics are kind of like hit back to that time.
Uh-huh.
It's, like lots of change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like vibrant time. So
The 90s? All right, now, what brought you to New York?
Brought me to New York. So my family's in Jersey, and I
Uh-huh.
kind of want to be like somewhere fast moving. Like
Yeah.
parents live in the suburbs, so that's like
Uh-huh.
way too slow for me. And I really want
Yeah.
to go like meet new people, like get a lot more adventures, like visit more stuff, have more stuff to do. You know, like I'm pretty young, so I
Uh-huh.
want to be here while I'm young, and then once I'm older, I can probably move out.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know, like where life takes me. You know, maybe
Somewhere
the suburbs.
quiet?
Yeah, somewhere more quiet, definitely.
More family oriented?
Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
so right now I'm supposed to go to school in Pennsylvania, but
Oh, you go to school in Pennsylvania?
yeah, so
Uh-huh. So you're just visiting here?
no, I'm living here,
Or you're living here?
but I should be in Pennsylvania, but school's remote, so
Oh, right, right,
I
right.
can kind of just be anywhere.
So, I mean, what kind of things brought you here? I mean, was it like the nightlife? Or the,
Yeah, that's kind of dead right now. But
yeah.
once it hypes up again, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
right.
A lot of really, I find something new every day. Like
Uh-huh.
actually, I never go back to the same place in New York.
Right.
So,
Oh, so where were you coming from before you came to this park?
oh, where was I before this park?
Yeah, before this park. Because you said there's a lot of things to do. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
we
know
went
what
to
kinds of things.
Italy, which is like this Italian market in Flatiron District,
Uh-huh.
and then we ate food. Yeah, we ate food.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
ate Chick-fil-A, and
Yeah,
then
Chick-fil-A,
we
yeah.
went thrift shopping.
Where are you going once you leave this park?
Probably this museum called the Hole down there, but like,
Oh, they're still open?
yeah,
That's
they
awesome.
open at 6, this exhibit, so we're
Okay.
planning on going there and getting a drink at the bar.
Okay. How are we doing on time here?
It's pretty good.
That was good. Yeah, I guess it's going a little bit more.
We can go more?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you weren't in New York, where would you be?
Okay, I'll go first.
What's your second choice?
If I wasn't in New York, I would probably be back in Pennsylvania,
Uh-huh.
just like in a dorm or in an off-campus housing and
Uh-huh.
studying there.
Being in the cold?
Yeah.
What about you?
So my family's in New Jersey. I probably would go with them, but also I go somewhere warmer, especially right now. Like probably go
Yeah.
to Miami or something. I mean, I'm working remotely, so all I need to
Uh-huh.
do is I need my laptop and like a Wi-Fi connection. I can work from anywhere. So
Yeah, I
All
would
my
be in
friends are in
Miami
Miami.
too if I were
Yeah.
you. All right, now next question. Can you do a New York accent?
no chance. No, I'm
No
not
chance?
nowhere near there yet. I've only lived here for like what, like 4 months,
4 months?
5 months. Yeah, yeah.
So again, I'll see you in 5 years,
Oh yeah.
and you'll be able to do that New York accent. Can you do a New York accent?
No.
No? Okay, where have you been? What kind of places? States, countries, anything like that?
So yeah, born in Peru, moved to the New Jersey 4th grade. Then I went to Pennsylvania. That's where we met.
Uh-huh.
Went to school there for 4 years. I did an internship. I spent a summer in Seattle.
Uh-huh.
That's basically where I live, pretty much.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I
Any
went,
traveling?
yeah, I went to Cambodia once.
Really?
I've been to Korea,
Uh-huh.
Toronto.
Uh-huh.
Where else? Yeah, and I went to San Francisco like
Uh-huh.
2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Been in New York, New Jersey.
Right.
Oh, I like drove to Florida once.
You drove to Florida?
Yeah.
That's a long drive. How was that? You went through South Carolina, North Carolina, all of them?
Yeah, so I went through like all the 13 colonies, I guess.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
original states?
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, next question. Where would you like to go in the future?
Where would I like to go in the future?
Yeah, what are some places on your list?
Like travel.
Yeah, travel.
Yeah, so I want to like visit a lot of Europe because I went with my family once when I was younger, but I was like too young
Yeah.
to like appreciate, you know.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to go to. I haven't been to London yet. That'd be really cool.
Let me do you from this other side because the light's coming from there.
Oh, okay.
So you stand on the other side.
Oh, okay.
On the back of the back. That back. Yeah. Yeah, much better. Much better.
Okay.
Okay, so you said you want to go to London?
Yeah, cool. I want to go to Japan, so I've never been to Japan and Africa too. I've never been to Africa,
Uh-huh.
so it's really cool to see.
What about you?
Oh yeah, Japan. I went to Japan once, so I would like to go there again.
Uh-huh.
It was really fun the last time I went. I would like to hit China.
Uh-huh.
I think it's pretty cool there too.
Yeah.
Oh, Thailand
Uh-huh.
and Europe because I've never been there.
Okay. All right, now, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
It's a good question. I mean, I'm 23. No, I'm only 23 soon.
So you'll be,
5
what,
years?
28?
28. Probably
Yeah.
be like hopefully more settled down. I'll be probably
Own a
like, have
house?
like a more like probably get a house. You know, probably be like much more mature and be like have like a more senior position in my job. You know, and just
Uh-huh.
like be more comfortable. You know.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay, I don't even know what I see myself in like a year, but I
You
think
see yourself owning a house? Married? Children?
Not no.
None of that?
At 28, I'd probably be thinking more seriously about it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I hopefully travel like to everywhere I want to travel by age 28, and yeah, like just,
Still in New York or
yeah,
no?
still in New York, enjoying like good food and good places to visit.
Okay. Cool. All right, now, what were you doing during the lockdown of March and April?
I was like trying to graduate. I was like that spring, so I graduating that spring.
Uh-huh.
So, I
So
was
you
just,
focused on your studies?
yeah. I went back home. I was just living with my parents, and then I started my job in a couple of months.
Uh-huh. All right, what about you?
What I did
Lockdown
during
in March and April, when everything was closed.
Okay, so I was like still in school, so I continued school.
Uh-huh.
I was mostly in my house and just yeah, just like enjoying time with family, appreciating family, visiting him once in a while. Yeah.
Well, you in the both in Pennsylvania or no?
Oh no, we were both in like New York, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
We're like
So
an
you-
hour away, so sorry for like seeing each other.
So you would visit each other. That's good. That's good to be able to withstand that test, right?
Oh yeah.
Of being distant from each other. That's how you know, like, things are going good. Okay, now next question. What kind of questions would you ask if you were doing interviews?
I don't know. Ask for like maybe like tell me a crazy story, or I don't know, or like something like that.
You want to hear the crazy stories?
Yeah, or like what makes a person different, you know? Like tell me that what makes you different as a person, you know?
Uh-huh. What makes them unique, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I would ask them. What's like their biggest accomplishment, or what are they proud of? I think that's pretty different from person to person.
Yeah. Make them who they are. Do you make videos?
Make videos? No.
You don't make videos?
I took a filmmaking class. I made I made a couple of small movies, but they were kind of just like me messing around, you know.
Yeah.
But it'd be
Nothing
cool to
serious.
like get involved in that, you know.
Uh-huh. What about you? You make videos?
No, I don't make videos.
Wait,
but-
whose idea was it to come do this?
My idea.
Okay, you consider yourself to be a leader? Because
I'm-
usually the people who step up, they usually are.
So I don't know. I don't really like telling people like what to do, but I
Yeah.
think leadership is necessary. You know, I don't want to force someone to that role. Like if there's a leader that needs to be there, like I'll step up and do it.
Uh-huh.
And like, I feel very comfortable, you know, doing that. But it's not like I love like power and like having power over people. But I like leading, you know.
Yeah.
If I can do a good job, I do it, you know.
Uh-huh. Now, who do you follow on the internet?
What do I follow on the internet?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I follow like I'll say just random people from like with different points of view. Obviously, you got all your follow a couple of famous people, like a couple of rappers, you know. But I follow just like smaller people who just like, you know, like post from their apartment with like hot takes and stuff like that, and try to learn something from that, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't personally just like following just all famous people. I feel like there's like a dangerous cult around that. But I like some smaller people have a very interesting takes, so I like watching that.
Cool. What about you?
I guess like family and friends.
Just
Actually,
family
not-
and friends? Nobody, no influencers?
Oh no, I do. So like, yeah, I have an account with just friends, and then
Just friends
I
it's
guess
called?
yeah. No, not like I just follow friends there.
Oh,
And then
I thought there was some hip thing called Just
Oh.
Friends that I wasn't
No.
aware of.
And then for TikTok, I guess, I follow like a lot of house renovating things or people that make cute crafts. Because I want to learn how to do those, or they're just like admirable to look at.
Okay.
Like influencers, not really.
Yeah.
I look at more like models.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I think that's a cool industry.
Who's the best model right now?
I like this girl. This is a Korean model named Sara Kim, I think. but
Sora Kim?
She's like, yeah, she's like a rising model, so it's pretty cool.
Where can we find her on?
She's like, if you just search up her name, she shows up.
Oh,
She
she's on
won-
Google?
Yeah, she won like Korea's Next Top Model
Really?
for one season, so
Okay.
pretty good.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
All right, now, wait, you're not a student anymore, are you?
No, yeah.
What kind of advice do you have for the freshmen?
For students, I think
students,
it's well, kind of like what she said. Like, definitely try to get more involved in your school. Obviously, like,
Yeah.
you gotta figure out your career first. So if that takes a little while, you should put your social life in the back burner. Like, figure out what you want to do after college.
Yeah.
And then after that, try to get involved with more people. I feel like even getting involved with people actually helps you like learn what you want to do.
Yeah.
A lot of different ins in different industries and like different things you can do with your life. So definitely like the people are the best resources in your college. You know, like, you can learn anywhere. You know.
Yeah. That's definitely a good chance, like opportunity to, meet people and network, right? What kind of advice do you have for the younger folks out there?
For the younger
Folks,
oh,
students maybe,
yeah,
people who are still in
don't
the
get
university.
too caught up with like, I don't know, if like something that you're doing is different from what most people are doing. Don't just like try to hop on what everyone does.
Don't be a follower.
Yeah.
Don't cave into peer pressure.
Yeah. So it's unhealthy.
Yes, I agree with that. 3 wishes. What would they be?
3 wishes.
Yeah.
Good question. I mean, everyone says like get more wishes, but that's like kind of dumb, you know.
Yeah.
I wish I had like I guess infinite time, you know, to like do
Infinite
things,
time?
you know. I wish I could read minds. That'd be cool. And I wish I could like teleport, like fly around, you know, teleport, something like that, you know.
Yeah, I like that. What about you?
I wish I owned a business. That would be cool.
Okay.
I wish I would.
What kind of business are we talking about?
I'm not sure yet. But like,
Okay, just a
it could be
business.
tech, it could be fashion, anything. I wish this pandemic was over,
Right.
and I wish to graduate.
You wish to graduate.
Yeah.
All right, now next question. Do you have any special talents?
Any special talents?
Yeah.
Nah, not really. I think I'm just like pretty friendly guy, you know.
Yeah. What about you?
I could play the piano pretty well.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
It's pretty nice.
You should make a video about that too.
Oh yeah.
What kind of videos you watch?
What kind of videos do I watch?
Yeah.
I like watching cooking video. That's really interesting. Or like how to do random things, you know. So it's pretty fun.
Like how to change an engine?
Oh yeah, stuff like that. Or like how to make this random craft. I also like watching. I don't know, like Joe Rogan Experience. Like
Yeah.
I think some of those interviews there, obviously
Like a podcast kind of?
yeah, a lot of that. Obviously, a lot of people are saying like a lot of lies and like dumb stuff. But I mean, it's still like good entertainment, you know.
Yeah. What about you?
What kind of videos?
Yeah.
I like to watch TikToks. They're like pretty short.
Like dance videos or comedy?
Comedy or just like travel, food, because like there's so many things you don't know out there, and I feel like you get all of that like really quickly on TikTok.
Now, how did the two of you meet? You first, and then him.
We met at a party.
Because everybody remembers it differently.
Yeah, we met at a party at his frat, and then and then the next day he like hit me up, and then we kept meeting after that.
Great.
Yeah.
How do you remember it?
Yeah, we met at a party. It was pretty fun. It was just kind of like very spontaneous, very random, and then I kind of started hitting her up, and then we're here now, you know. So
What drew you in?
What?
What drew you in? What interested you about her?
She's pretty cute.
She's just the looks alone?
I mean, like she kind of knew one of my friends too, so I approached my friend, and then I was like, oh, she's pretty cute, and then we kind of started like.
That was before all the masks?
Yeah, before
When you could
before the
actually see a
mask,
person?
Yeah, I could actually see what she looked like, you know.
Yeah. Or have you had any game changers in your life? Anything that happened to you to make you want to change the way you live your life?
Yeah, I was like struggling really bad in school,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't know where my life was going. So I kind of got like pretty crazy and hit a pretty low point. And then after that, I kind of realized I need to get serious and
Uh-huh.
want to make shit happen.
Yeah. So you began to be more disciplined.
Yeah, much more serious. Yeah.
What about you? Any game changers?
I don't know. So like I guess like when I was playing piano, I used to like really be not confident about it, but I did like a piano recital once, and I remember my inconfidence messed me up, and that's when I decided like I need to start this like battle of gaining my confidence back.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fully there, sometimes it's not. So I think that was like when I changed the way I see myself.
Alright, now how important is marriage to you?
How important is what?
Marriage.
Marriage?
Yes.
Oh, I think it's pretty important. I think a lot of people try to avoid it nowadays because like they see more bads than goods. But I think like in the long run, it's like really important to be married.
What about you?
I think it's pretty important. I think that everybody should at least try to do. I mean, it doesn't work for some people, and maybe just like our society, like divorce has been rising for a while now, so there's something wrong with us. But I think overall, I think it's a pretty great idea,
Yeah.
for like the fabric of society,
What about ancestry? How important is that to you? A lot of people from Peru, they want to trace their ancestry back to Spain or somewhere. How important is that to you?
That's very important. It teaches you who you are, like this is your identity. It gives you like a sense of belonging to a wider community,
Yeah.
And it makes you like care about your community more, since you share something with those people, and I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Having a sense of community.
Yeah. What about you? Koreans value ancestry a lot. How important is that to you?
It's like very important. It's like, especially with the older generation, if you don't get married, you're kind of like a curse to the family.
Yeah.
So not too healthy, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think there's reasons for it. Yeah.
Okay, now what motivates you in life?
What motivates me in life?
Yeah.
I always think there's like something I don't know what's like there's always something better out there. So I think just like looking for that and experiencing that is nice. Yeah.
What about you? What motivates you in life?
Kind of similar for like maybe not something better, but something different, to make me rethink like my life differently, or like maybe just affirms that I am correct in some way, So
Yeah.
definitely just about different viewpoints, different ways to see things,
Yeah.
different experiences.
Okay, now did you want to say anything in a foreign language?
What?
Do you want to say anything in a foreign language?
I could say so, and there's not really nothing I would like to say in a foreign language.
Okay. All right, now what about you? Any interesting phrases that we need to know in Korean?
No, it's
Huh?
okay. Yeah.
Okay, now, what's it like to be dating in a time of, pandemic?
As a time of what?
Pandemic, like
Oh.
COVID, yeah.
It's definitely
Because,
a little...
like you can't hold nobody's hand, you can't like kiss nobody. What's going on these days?
Oh, I mean, I do that anyway, but like...
I mean, is it strange, like to
I mean, I think it's more like when you go outside, you can't really like
yeah,
eat inside and like be comfortable like
Yeah.
more publicly.
uh-huh,
Like clubs are down.
right,
A lot of museums are like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like face masks and stuff. So
Right,
it's
right,
not
right.
as fun.
yeah.
But we have our own fun in our own
Yeah.
ways.
What about you? What's it like to be dating in a pandemic?
It's my first time dating, so it's like, I don't know, a lot of stuff is new to me, but a lot of stuff is new to everyone, especially in the dating world right
Yeah.
now. So,
Uh-huh.
it's fun. We just, we can walk around, like, hold hands, like,
Uh-huh.
just be in New York, it's a
Yeah.
pretty fun place to be around, so
Yeah.
could be doing a lot worse.
Now, in terms of dating, what works and what does not work?
What do you mean, what works and what doesn't
Can
work?
you give anybody any advice for
I think, like,
dating?
communication is really important. Just, like, let people know, like, if there's something small they can change, you should let them know that, because, like, a lot of stuff that does add up and leads to, like, people getting angry,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
patience is really important, too.
yeah. All right, now, dating advice. Anything?
Just be like your true self. Because if that person doesn't appreciate that, they're not worth. And if they do, then they're worth it.
Yeah.
And then be patient.
Uh-huh.
talk things through, but like
Yeah.
try to find the core of the issue, or else you'll run into the same issue.
Okay, now we live in a consumer society, and there's a lot of businesses that you cannot trust. How do you know you can trust a business? What kind of signs do you look for in a business?
I mean, like, I guess their product quality.
Quality?
Yeah, because if they're like overpriced, but like they sell literal poop, like I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
What about you? How do you know you can trust a business? What kind of signs are you looking for?
You could just view it like it's also for any business, from like clothing business to like journalists, and like view how they treat their workers and
Yeah.
how they treat like their platform, and like are they like true to themselves, do they have any kind of corporate interest, so you definitely just try to view who they're working for,
Yeah.
they're trying to benefit,
Right. Now, nature versus nurture. What's more important?
Oh, that's a good one. I think I mean, I don't give a corny answer, but like both, like
Both.
yeah, I mean, obviously, where you come from changes who you are, but like, who you come from and like your genes, like obviously there's a lot of variety in human genes and like the way like
Right.
humans reproduce, there could be a lot of like different variations, but
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, your environment like does change who you are,
But what about, let's say, we put Jeff Bezos into a really broken home? Do you think he'll still be a successful person?
See, I don't think he could be as successful, but I think a guy like with his drive and his mentality, like, could
He'll
make
still
it.
succeed?
Yeah, I don't think he'd be like a bajillionaire he is now, but he would definitely be pretty well off from his own environment, Like, he grew up in a pretty rich environment, but there weren't any other Jeff Bezos near Jeff Bezos. There's only one Jeff Bezos,
What about like if I put a bum in Jeff Bezos' family and have Jeff Bezos' family raise that bum? You think that person will be successful?
See, I don't think so. I don't think he'd be like, like maybe he wouldn't be like, as bum as he would have been, but I think he still probably would not have like reached like the level he did,
So that environment couldn't really turn him into a success.
Yeah, but it would make his life a lot easier,
It will make it easier, but yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Oh wait, what was the question?
Nature versus nurture.
Oh, I mean, if the question is like, what is more important?
Yeah.
I guess like nature. I think some people just like cannot do certain things, and that's the same for others. And like, just don't try to force yourself to do something you really can't do.
Okay, what is your biggest accomplishment in life?
Going to a good school. Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Biggest accomplishment? I think just like graduating, getting a good job, and like being like a pre-functioning adult,
Yeah, which is not hard in a time of pandemic. I mean, which is not easy in a time of pandemic.
Yeah, it's not pretty easy. I feel like my mental health is really well right now. Like economically, I'm doing great. My job, like, it seems like I'm doing good in it. So
You're one of the few people. All right, what is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you?
this thing is on the door for me. She wrote a really nice letter once for Christmas. That was like really heartwarming,
Great.
Yeah.
That is awesome. What about you?
So once I forgot my keys in the apartment. But he had the keys.
Yeah.
So he went 2-3 hours into like New Jersey already, and then I called him and he was like, okay, I'll come back. So he drove like almost 7-8 hours, I guess, that whole day.
He was your knight in shining armor.
Yes.
What do you want to name this video?
The New York people.
The New York people? What about you?
I don't know. We're not New York people. Like, we're like New York, like newcomers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now do you want to plug any of your social media?
No, I'm good. No, I don't.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Want to give a shout out to anybody?
No, I'm okay. Oh,
No
I mean
shout
to
outs?
you, because you did
thank
the interview and freezing
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout outs?
No shout outs, no.
No shout out? Do I have your permission to put this on the internet?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Permission?
Yeah, you can.
Any final words?
Good luck, everyone out there. Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions for me?
No, man, thank you.
You good?
Like, why do you do this?
I do this because I want to learn about people, and I think other people want to, especially in a time of a pandemic, I think people really want to know what other people are doing, just to feel like they're still a part of society, because so many people are cut off, and they're in their apartments by themselves, and they don't really, know what's going on in the world. And I think by watching a video like this, I think it would kind of keep people in the loop a little bit. And it's almost like it serves a whole bunch of different purposes. Like a video like this could be like a time capsule. You capture like, what the people were like in this time period. But it would also be like almost like a yearbook, like a high school yearbook, but instead of a picture, it's in a video. So we kind of know about people. And also New York is a city full of strangers and people who are very private people. I don't know if you've noticed that. But people tend to keep to themselves here. And by making a video like this, I think it kind of unfolds some of the mystery behind the New Yorker.
And also there was like a challenge here.
Yeah.
120 from the downtown.
Okay, let's end this video then.